Okay, spontaneous video time. Hey all, how are you? Look, I'm not in Costa Rica. Yeah, go figure. Looks a little bit different, huh? I'm back home in Colorado for a few days. My mom had her 80th birthday yesterday, and so I came home for that. And then on Tuesday, on the 2nd, I have to go in for an MRI. No, CAT scan. I always mix those up for my hip. Figure out what the hell's going on. But this vlog is kind of turning into more of like a personal diary for me. So I figured while I was home, I'd shoot a quick video here. Obviously, if you're watching this, these are pretty basic. I'm not really doing any editing at this point, but this is right here where we're standing. This is really a special spot for me for a lot of reasons. Oh shit, I left the car door open. It's okay. Nobody wants Big Blue. I'm not going too far. It's just so funny. I mean, all the memories I have from this one location here. And I mean, first, it's like, look at this freaking glorious Colorado day. I can't believe this. When I was leaving, I was really kind of feeling bummed to leave the dogs and the cats and everything. Because, of course, they're my family. And, man, Colorado in the winter, it could be really wicked. Well, I got really lucky. I mean, the weather's in, I would say like it's like I'm not even wearing a coat. I'm just wearing this little light sweater. Man, it's like I got here and, the first day, it was this view. It was just amazing. I mean, these beautiful blue skies. It's 50 degrees. I mean, it's just amazing. I love Costa Rica. But you know what? When I meet people in Costa Rica and I talk to them, I tell them where I'm from, I couldn't be prouder to tell them that I'm from Colorado. Colorado just kicks all kinds of ass. And, I'm so glad that I still get to come home here and call this place my home, come and see all of my friends and everything. So, anyway. But when I first moved to Colorado, I was working in radio when radio was still a thing. And I worked for, what was it? When I first started working for him, it was Mix 100. Well, God, no, what was it? Damn, I can't believe I can't even remember what it was, like KIMN, 100. And it changed identities quite a few times. But anyway, I had the role on the morning show for a while as kind of a little pseudo sidekick personality of Andy the Road Ranger. I hated that name. But they already had a Dave on the air. So they were like, what's your middle name? And I was like, Andy, but I hate it. And they're like, all right, you're Andy. So I was Andy the Road Ranger. And my gig was I would drive around in kind of this sweet Chevy Tahoe all decked out. And I would help people with small little car problems. Like, if you needed a little bit of gas or you needed a jump start or change a flat tire, that was my gig. And every morning, I'd get on the air with Dom Testa, who's still just kicking ass and, accomplished author now, but he was the morning show guru then and was just really cool personality to work with. And, I would get on the air and, shoot the bull with him for a while. And I do these little breaks at the top of the hour where it's like, and I'm Andy the Road Ranger. If you're having car problems, give us a call on pound 100 on your US West cellular phone. How's that? Yeah, that's exactly what it was. So yeah, that was my gig. But most of the time, I would come up here because it's sunrise. And if you look just off the other side of here, I'll wander over here. You can look down into Denver. So I would come up here and I would sit in this parking lot and I would take naps in between my breaks. If no one was calling me, it was like sometimes I didn't just want to drive around aimlessly in traffic. So, I would come and I'm like, well, where's a little, quiet parking lot where I can hide? And let's also keep in mind that, this was like 25 years ago. So this was not nearly as populated up here. So I would come and park up here and I would take a nap, set my alarm to wake me up. So that when it was time for me to go on the air, I'd like, splash a little water on my face and be like, all right, here we go, back on the air. But yeah, and then, years later, I move up here. I start volunteering when my life changed and I started working in fire and EMS. I started volunteering with Highland Rescue, which is a local ambulance service, and the station is just down the road here. And God, I was with them for like 14 years. And prior to that, I did EMS and fire. Pride Mark for, a bunch of years. God, what an awesome organization that was. But then I actually started working for Genesee Fire. So this side of the highway is Lookout Mountain. That side over there is Genesee. And they actually had their own fire department. And I was one of 2 paid guys. And that was kind of how I came across this neighborhood. And then years later, when I wasn't working for the fire department, but I started working for Highland Rescue, we were more on this side of the mountain. And I just kind of stumbled across this amazing little, cabin that was kind of beat up and needed a whole bunch of love, but was an incredible price. And I moved up here. So, I would come by the park and ride all the time, going down the highway, going down that way, you get to Evergreen, Colorado. And for me, a lot of times that was the closest grocery store. So, I always kind of loved this little park and ride for the memories even back then. But then working for Highland, I spent, dozens, well, maybe a dozen times hanging out in that parking lot as we were staged for accidents out on the highway. This is one of the busiest stretches of I-70. And I mean, honestly, it's like I can think of spots all along here where we responded to accidents and stuff like that. So, then that little park and ride took on a whole new identity, I guess, for me. But even then, sitting there in the ambulance going, yeah, I remember coming up here, in the Road Ranger and, hiding up here and, coming over here and watching the sunrise. So if you can kind of see here, I'll try and just zoom in. I don't want to walk any further, but you can see Denver down there, and it's just gorgeous. And my place where I was living was just kind of around the corner over that way. Maybe we'll take a little drive over there, see what's going on. God, this is just a gorgeous day. God, I just, wherever you are in your life, I hope you're finding a place where you're freaking happy. Life is short, but it's also freaking long, right? It's like, come on, do what makes you happy. I mean, it's like, life doesn't need to be so complicated. And maybe these are lessons I'm learning from Costa Rica. But, it's like, really, when you think about the things that make you the happiest, I'll bet that for the most part, it's not like stuff. It's family, it's experiences, it's shit like that. It's just, I don't know, it's being grateful. It's just living in that moment. Like right now, I'm like, God, I can't believe here I am. I mean, I'm living this freaking crazy life. And, I think I've said it before, it's not exactly what I mapped out for myself. I didn't think I was going to be single and kidless, but I find myself here and I'm fucking rocking it. I'm doing the best I can with it. And, kind of what's the corny phrase? I'm living my best life. Ugh. But I'm doing my fucking thing. Excuse me. Shouldn't say that. But, I'm doing my thing. And, I mean, I'm so grateful for this freaking life that somehow I ended up with. My mom's birth. God, I feel that elevation. Jeez. We're definitely over a mile high, though, here, too. I've only been here for a day. So grateful for the life that my parents gave me, and the opportunities I've had in my life, and the experiences of working in radio and fire and EMS, and everything that I think helped to grow my character, and being able to come home and call this my home. And oh my God, how proud of you of this freaking state, Colorado. Jesus. Wear it proudly all the time in Costa Rica, by the way. Wear my hat, wear my tank tops, my t-shirts, like freaking Bronco shit, even when we suck. Rocky shit, ditto. I don't know if I've got much Av stuff. And damn, my favorite Mammoth short got stolen. How much does that suck? Anyway, I'm here. Maybe I'll get another one. All right, guys, listen, thank you for your time, even if I'm the only one who ever watches this. But you know what? I think that technology like this is great, by the way, to be able to record yourself. Because, this is a moment captured in time, and I'll probably have a vague memory of this. Oh, yeah, that time I went back to Colorado, but I don't know. I think maybe in 20 years, I want to watch this and kind of remember where I was and how I feel. And, Anyway, happy to be back in Colorado. So happy that my mom and Butch got married, and they're so freaking happy together. They're so cute, it makes me sick. But anyway, guys, I hope you're happy. I'm happy on this day. All is well. Till next time, to be continued.